So I read this book a while ago and it talks about growth mindset and fixed mindset. So very quick loose definitions. Someone with a fixed mindset believes entirely in talent. He believes whatever talent he was born with, he can operate only within those boundaries. So you would hear phrases like, oh, I'm not good at mathematics, my brain is not wired for coding, or I'm not a creative person, I can't do art. And there might be some truth to it, for sure. Some minds are more inclined towards some activities than others. But the book argues talent is a component, not the component. The ceiling of achievement that a fixed mindset believes it can make in a particular field is far, far, far lower than it actually is. So, someone who believes that he does not have talent in writing cannot become Ernest Hemingway. But given he puts in enough time and effort, he can become a very decent short story writer. That's good enough, right? So, as you might have guessed by now, growth mindset is the exact opposite. It believes that with enough time and effort, you can make a decent dent into whatever it is you're working on. In your childhood, you're told you're smart or you're not so smart, you're creative or not so much. And then it becomes very hard to see beyond that binary when you grow up. Well, we really do like to label people and keep them neatly categorized, don't we? Anyways, when I was reading this book, I could feel that I was so firmly in the camp of fixed mindset that I had to do something about it. My first strategy was almost laughable. I just kept telling myself randomly throughout the day that I had a growth mindset. That was my strategy. Did it work? Of course not. When has your brain ever done what you told it to do? Hey, brain, I need to be sharp in this meeting. And the next moment you forget what the meeting is about. So this was doomed to fail. And then I simply forgot that growth mindset is something that I was working on. Yep, just like that. I just forgot. And then recently, after a long time, I started YouTube again and my video sucked again. And the first time I gave up saying I can't talk to camera, it's too weird, it's too difficult, and all of those things. But this time around, it was different because I had read this book. I had caught myself being in a fixed mindset. I said to myself, I can get better at this. And my brain would say, hey, what's the proof? And then I practiced speaking to the camera for 3 or 4 days and got a little bit better. And that was enough to quench the brain's thirst for proof. And this is the trick. You have to give your brain the tiniest proof for it to believe that you can do it. And then you rinse and repeat the process. Take stock of your current level and register the tiniest improvement with your brain. That's all you need to do. And when I've done this enough number of times with different things, hopefully my brain will be more wired towards growth mindset than a fixed one. Thank you. Bye bye.